Part 4, Sandra Black. I thought that I might share with you how it is that I keep upbeat, even though my mother is being severely abused verbally and neglected, and our system doesn't care. Well, this is how it happens. I have a lifetime of suffering, and I guess like what the Bible calls it is long suffering. God helped me to be prepared for this period when no one would care. It began first in my work, in my profession as a chemical engineer. When I worked at GenCorp Automotive, my office was in a closet. It's very hard for me to talk about those times because that's where I'm off balance, and I apologize. My life was nearly taken while I was on the job, and just so many things had happened that over a 10-year period, I became disabled and unable to work. Now, I need to clear that out. I just want you guys to understand that that's my disability, and it's hard for me to talk about it because of how I suffered for 10 years of abuse because I was a black female engineer. I'm so sorry, but that's the disability. And I want to finish this interview. Hold up. Oh my God. Oh God. Wait. I'm so sorry, but I know I've got to let you people know what's going on with my family because they are trying to destroy my mom. Okay. And so when I've come to this place with my mom, who's so very close to me, I'm now able to endure wrongdoing, people who do not care, agencies and courts, and my brother, all of them combined. I'm able to endure that, and I'm able to detach myself because the abuse has been so long and the neglect has been so long, and God has prepared me for this point in time. And I thank God for that, because had I not gone through what I went through at work, I would be in prison right now. I promise you. I've never told a lie on anything that I've ever said in the courts or in my testimony. I know with beyond a shadow of a doubt, I would have been in prison for what they've done to my mom. But God helped me because He knew that this would be a point of learning, perhaps even for the city of Marion, for the state of Indiana, and for our government. He knew that I would be able to talk where a person who is extremely disabled without a condition. My disability is a condition, and it's based off of what happened to me at work. But an extreme disabled person would not even be able to tell you what has happened to them. A disability does not mean dysfunction. And that's what Judge Haas did to our family. He took disability to mean that you could walk over me, that I wasn't a human being. Do you realize that this is an infringement on my constitutional rights, my civil rights, because I had a right to be heard in court. I gave testimony of the type of brother that my brother is. I gave testimony of how abusive he is and how he's abused his own children and my children. My children have called in and complained about how he has abused them. I have complained about how he has abused me. So, I mean, this is clearly a situation where the disabled is being treated as if we're not human. And so when we have a system that's set up that we don't listen to what people are saying, we don't even have to go check it out. Why? because they're disabled, so what they say doesn't count. And I thank God that I had the opportunity to maybe awaken people to how people are suffering. And that's what has brought me to where I can suffer, know that my mom is being abused, and know that the courts don't care, know that Dana Kenworthy was too lazy to do her job, know that Terry Pollard was either incompetent or too lazy to do her job. I believe she's incompetent. I think that she's having dementia. Terry Pollard behaves as if she's having some kind of dementia. And Dana Kenworthy I think she was just lazy or having some kind of issues. But anyway, she recused herself. She knew that she made a mistake. She knew she made a mistake, and she recused herself. Then the worst of all, as I said before, Judge Haas comes on and refuses to look at the evidence. I'm disabled, so therefore, in his mind, I don't even need to see my mother. That is illegal. That is corrupt. That is monstrous. And that's the reason why, I have to stay out here, because I can't allow the abuse to go on with my mom. And at the same time, I want you guys to understand how I can detach myself. It's because it is something that hasn't just happened today. This has been going on with my suffering for a long time in life. And so now when I come to the situation with my mom, I know how to let people know what's going on, which is what I'm doing now, and then let it go and be in God's hands. So when you see me happy, that's the reason why I can still be happy, because life goes on. And I know that God has this situation in his hand, and I know that somebody, somewhere, out there, somebody is going to listen. And that's what keeps me strong, because God has shown me that somebody is going to listen, and somebody's going to care. Somebody's going to quit just driving by and acting like they don't hear me saying my mother is being abused, my mother is being neglected. Somebody is going to care. And when I think of that, I have peace. And I'm thankful to God for that. And that's just to let you know, that's how I have peace. It's because I know there is God, and I have to keep going. And thank you so much for your time. Bye.